Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, who better to give us the latest update on the Nancy Guthrie case, that is the mother of Savannah Guthrie, than the great Ashleigh Banfield, the great host, also investigative journalist. She also is the host of a great podcast, Drop Dead Serious. And Ashleigh, you have been scooping everybody on this. Give us the latest. Do they have a suspect? What are you hearing?
Hey, Rita, it's so good to be back with you. Listen, I want to be real specific about what my high-level source in Arizona is telling me, and that is that the son-in-law, and I'm quoting the source, the son-in-law may be prime suspect. Let me go back. The son-in-law and the daughter, either or both together, were the last to see Nancy Guthrie at about 9:45 on Saturday night. The back door, according to my source, was wide open when the police arrived. There was blood inside the house, according to my source. Brian Enton from News Nation has discovered video. He has shot video of blood spatter outside the front of the house on the tiles at the front entrance. My source told me that Annie Guthrie, Savannah's sister, that would be Nancy's other daughter, that her car has been towed and is in evidence. That is from my high-level law enforcement source. And then, of course, this information about the cameras, which was so disturbing. My source told me they were Nest cameras, plural, Nest cameras, and that they were smashed. They were smashed, and as we saw from Brian Enton's question in his video, whatever camera may have been at the front door was no longer there.
Wow. So I have a whole bunch of questions, Ashleigh. First, before I forget, the ransom note. There are these reports of this ransom note that was emailed to TMZ, and it was emailed to a couple local stations there on the ground. Are they authenticated? And it sounds like it's someone's asking for money via Bitcoin.
This is hard to say because there's two possibilities here. With the advent of hidden IP addresses and Bitcoin, any parasite can come out of the woodwork and insert themselves to try to make money off the bad fortune of others. That's definitely a possibility. But the FBI is pretty good at this game. They've been able to track things that most average people don't understand they've got the equipment to do. Let's hope that's the situation here and that it won't be long before whomever is responsible for one or both of these ransom notes is caught and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The other scenario, Rita, is it possibly the perpetrator who is trying to throw off the scent, maybe trying to get money, but maybe more so just trying to throw off the scent? I can't tell you that. I don't know that. I do know that no law enforcement authority worth his or her weight in salt would ever ignore that. They've got to run those leads down, which is also maddening if this is someone who's inserted themselves, because it takes valuable law enforcement time and resources away from the issue at hand, and that is finding who did this to Nancy Guthrie.
You know what I thought about, Ashleigh, and I think you and I covered this together, a lot of the Ted Kaczynski stuff. And Ted Kaczynski's brother, he got caught, I remember, because the brother recognized phrases in the note. Sort of the notes that were sent to some of the victims and their families. In other words, that phrase sounds like my brother, and that's how he actually got caught. So there might be something if it turns out to be authenticated. You brought up also the Nest Cam. So that's interesting that those cameras were smashed. So it would be people who knew that she had these cameras. That also points to an inside job.
Well, this was something that my law enforcement source mentioned as well, that it's obvious when you have a Nest cam at the front of the house. So many of us do. But the second cam indicates that somebody may have known that that second camera was there in order to locate it and smash it before being recorded on it. Now, we've also seen porch pirates who drape themselves to the point of anonymity, who are able to perpetrate their crimes without being identified. But look, we all know that there are other things that identify people other than your face, your gait, how you walk, your shape, your size, your height. There are a lot of things that can help. I don't know if any of that was captured before the cameras were destroyed. I can also tell you, Rita, you've seen these pictures, how dark it is in this rural community in the Tucson area. There are no street lights. It is pitch black at night. And I don't know if Mrs. Guthrie left security lights on, or if she had garden lights or anything to illuminate someone who may have walked up on those cameras. I also don't know what level camera she has. You can buy regular ones or you can buy infrared. You can see people in the dark. So I have no idea what the quality or caliber of the environment or the cameras was, but I can tell you that my source said they were Nest cams and they were smashed.
Wow. And one was in the back or both were in the front?
Can't tell you that one was in the back. I can tell you we saw an empty, holster for a Nest cam.
Wow.
The bracket was sitting there still on the front door. And Brian Enton asked the sheriff in a news conference yesterday, the Nest cam's missing. Did you, the police, take it, or do you think the perpetrator took it? And the sheriff's answer was strange. He said, yes, I noticed that too. We're looking into it.
Oh, that's big. Ashleigh, that's big.
It's a real non-answer. Yeah, real non-answer.
Ashleigh, keep us posted. Great work. Thank you very much. Great stuff, Ashleigh. Thank you.
Great to connect, Rita.
Thank you. You too, my friend. Thank you very much.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.